Success Stories. Best Feeling in the World by Songbird127, the benzobuddies.org forum. So I almost didn't write this, but I felt like I owed it to the site to come back and write my success story, which if you told me I would be doing back when I started this journey last year, I never would have believed you. I want to keep this brief because I'm just so ready to move on with my life after this disgusting journey that is benzo withdrawal. But I wanted to tell all of you it does get better. All of your symptoms do go away and life gets back to a wonderful normal. Not free from stressors, but free from anything benzo related. I was placed on Klonopin after I stopped Prozac and had a very bad reaction to stopping the Prozac abruptly, and looking back now I can see that I was simply going through Prozac withdrawal and never needed Klonopin. However, I was terrified of what was happening. I was a sophomore at an Ivy League university and had to drop out because my Prozac withdrawal symptoms were so bad. My psychiatrist placed me on 3 milligrams of Klonopin a day. I was only 115 pounds at the time, and looking back now, that is insane. I slowly decreased my dose over the years, getting down to about 1.5 milligrams, which is where I stayed the longest, and then in December of 2016, decided I had enough of Klonopin. I was experiencing the strangest symptoms ever, and nobody could explain them to me. I had gained weight, I was randomly depressed at times, I slept terribly, never had any energy, and also had severe stomach issues. Now I can see clearly that it was all caused by the Klonopin. Now that I'm off, I'm so happy and totally fine. I went from 1.5 milligrams down to 1 over the period of a few months, and then after meeting the kindest angel of a woman, my Canadian angel, as I call her on this forum, and starting a friendship with her, she helped me to really understand what was happening in terms of my withdrawal symptoms. And because she had been through this awful experience herself and was healed, she held my hand every day over the phone to help me get through the awful process that was withdrawal. I had horrible withdrawal symptoms and was bedbound and housebound for honestly about 6 months. It was a nightmare. I was 24 and I thought my life was over. My Canadian angel assured me, however, that my life was just getting started and I would heal in time. I then went from 1 milligrams to jumping in about 2 months, and then on April 26th of this year, I jumped. So many people on this forum are amazing and kind and helpful, but a lot of this forum also contains fear-mongering, which I was not a fan of. Multiple people told me I was an idiot for jumping so quickly, not realizing that I knew what was truly best for my body. Every time I lowered my dose, a part of my personality came back, and I felt more alive than I had in years. I knew I was doing the right thing for me. What I can say helped me the most was getting outside of myself, walking on the treadmill, playing with my puppy, working on my business, planning my future, and making travel plans for when I was healed. It all helped. I also lowered my caffeine intake and didn't have alcohol at all. After jumping, things were really rough for about 2 months, and then I gradually got better. I would say by the end of July, I was healed. I also had my first drink about a month ago now, and I was so terrified after what I read on this forum in terms of alcohol after benzo use, but I was totally fine and have been loving getting to go out again and socialize, and I have been going to parties and concerts and things I never dreamed of doing while in withdrawal. I truly thought my life was over, but gosh, it wasn't. The whole experience has taught me how little most things actually matter. What matters in life is your health and happiness and the health and happiness of the people you love most. Life is so short, you need to make every possible chance and opportunity you have to live life to its fullest. Travel, get married, have kids if you want. Read the book, eat the piece of cake, go to the party, go see that concert. Just live. A life after benzos is in no way perfect. I have had the most stressful 3 months and it had nothing to do with benzo withdrawal, but I'm getting through it without benzos. I'm coping, and I'm happy because very few things can ever truly compare to the hell that is benzo withdrawal. So I'll leave you with this. Live your life without fear and know that you will heal. Yes, it takes time, but it happens for everybody. And if you can find somebody who understands benzo withdrawal to support you, like I did with my amazing Canadian angel, it will make this process so much easier. People will try to understand, but unless you have been through this, you don't really get it. In closing, I want to thank the amazing woman who helped me survive this experience and come out thriving. I truly consider you my second mom, and your kindness and selfless guidance and reassurance literally a million times a day when I was at my worst in withdrawal is what pulled me through to the other side of withdrawal. You will all heal, I promise. When you do it, it will be your turn to live life to the fullest.